Stop saying lower cortisol. It's not correct. You don't have too much cortisol. You don't have adrenal fatigue. Lowering cortisol will probably, or doing stuff to lower cortisol will probably make your situation worse. So a lot of you have been told because you have high cortisol that you're gaining weight, you're irritable, moody issues, you're not sleeping, your skin's breaking out, all of those things. So everything from weight gain all the way to gut health issues is associated with having high cortisol. And then the answer is always to reduce cortisol, block cortisol, stop cortisol. So the answer isn't to block, reduce, or stop cortisol. The answer is to restore the natural rhythm of cortisol. Cortisol, it has a rhythm. So in the morning, cortisol is supposed to be up, it's supposed to taper off in the afternoon and drop at night. Most of you have cortisol that's flat or low in the morning, so you need caffeine to get your ass going. In the afternoon, instead of it like tapering off, you start getting irritable, you typically crash, and then you start getting the munchies. By nighttime, you have wired but tired pretty bad. Brain's cranking, body wants to slow down. Those are at odds. You have really bad sleep. You don't sleep well. Melatonin doesn't work. GABA doesn't work because your cortisol's freaking all over the place. It's high at this point. Then you wake up at between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. with your brain going all over the place. You can't get back to sleep. That is a cortisol rhythm issue. You have what's called HPA Axis dysfunction. Your brain and adrenals have a communication system. When that communication system becomes dysregulated or dysfunctional, you have a problem. Your adrenals aren't burned out. You're just, that communication has been dysregulated. The HPA axis is what determines the cortisol rhythm. When you have high stress, lots of pressure, shitty diet, you get really sick, and you disrupt the HPA axis and it becomes dysfunctional, it affects the rhythm. You need something to restore the rhythm. That's it. You don't lower cortisol. You want cortisol to be up at the right time and low at the right time. That's what you're doing. So I love magnesium. I love vitamin D. I love GABA. I love iron. Women need iron. I mean, at the right levels, ferritin levels. I agree with all of those foundational things. All of that, okay? That being said, even though those are really important foundational pieces, they are not going to restore the cortisol rhythm. They're not going to address HPA axis function. They're not going to do that. So what does that? Saffron does that, okay? So what we propose is a person take what's called saffron-side saffron. Saffron-side saffron has up to 10 times higher safranol than standard saffron, which just means it has more of the active component to help do what it needs to do, okay? And saffron-side has tons of clinical research on it. It's extremely effective, not just in the research studies, but in real life. And so we put that in stress complex. Once again, clinically studied ingredient at the clinical dose. So think of saffron, the saffron side as having two pedals, okay? Has two gears, if you will. The first one is kind of an immediate response. It helps keep your body in rest and digest instead of going into fight or flight. That's what it's doing. So instead of moving into the sympathetic, it's keeping it in the parasympathetic, okay? And then it's helping with you cope with mood. That's the first gear, and it's an immediate thing that's beneficial. What really kicks into gear, and people notice the most, however, is when you get into the second gear or the second level, and this takes up to 6 to 8 weeks as an accumulative time period. So it helps you retain serotonin longer. So whether you know this or not, serotonin, like when you get stressed and cortisol hits, you burn your serotonin out. The brain just like it evacuates serotonin, and you need serotonin to feel happy and feel good. So when you burn it out real fast, you feel like shit. That's the problem. So what the saffron side's doing is it's helping you hold your serotonin. It's helping so clinical studies helps you hold your serotonin longer. It's going to help the gut-brain axis. It's going to help HPA axis function, and healthy function. It's absolutely going to be helping with reestablishing cortisol rhythm. Clinical studies on all this help support sleep. It pairs extremely well with melatonin, GABA, and all other things for sleep because your cortisol normal rhythm with those other ingredients works best. Okay, so here are the secrets to using the saffron or stress complex. One, you got to use the right dose. 1 capsule a day is for mild issues. 2 capsules a day is for moderate to severe issues. Then number 2, you would take it for 6 to 8 weeks to get the full effect. Last but not least, foundational pieces are necessary for all mood products, okay? All of them. Meds or mood supplements need all the foundational pieces. Comment stress below. We will explain all the details on the saffron side and stress complex. We will share all the stuff. We are not collecting emails to haunt your email account for marketing campaigns and all that other garbage. We are not doing that. It's just information. Plus, we will also explain how the liver is important for clearing cortisol, which is also kind of a big deal, and the foundational pieces, some of the details on how nutrients are necessary to make all mood products work. A lot of people are like, I don't notice any mood supplement. And I'm like, yeah, either you're not taking the right stuff, you have a liver problem, or you don't have foundational pieces in place to make anything work. Those are the only answers. Otherwise, it should work, okay? So comment stress below. We will send you the information, and no, we're not collecting it so we can haunt your email. We're not going to spam you, okay? Hope that helps. Bye.